guys, welcome to the channel. All in all, wanted to chat with you about my bike. I've had it over 6 months now and I love it. I'm used to it already. I was used to it after about, I don't know, 3 months, and then it was like, come on, there's surely got to be more to this bike. And then I turned the traction control off and it was like, okay, she's woken up. Got some new tyres and it was like, okay, go and ride this one now. Yeah, so just a little chat about the bike really. It's a Suzuki GSX-S750 and it's a K5, I believe, derived engine in a naked chassis. The chassis is very sport-like. You're very, the riding position, you're very, for a naked, I'd say, like if you were going to compare it to something like an MT, there is some forward pressure. You are leaning forward slightly, you know, longer rides, less comfortable than a true naked. You know, this is a sports bike derived naked. 0 to 60 claimed 3 seconds. It's quick. It's quick. I don't know what the top speed is. You'll never do it on UK roads. It's just not viable. But I mean, in and out the twisties, perfect. You know, your sports bike derived chassis with decent-ish suspension. It's a bit wallowy. It's a bit soft, but you have got adjustability. I don't know if you can see that, front and back. And yeah, she boogies really. For a beginner's bike, I'd say probably not. I did jump on it as a first bike. It can be tame. It's a 4-cylinder, smooth as you like. For your commuting and stuff like that, it's ideal. It gets good miles per gallon. And for me, it was a good learning bike. You know, I jumped off the Learner CB650R that I learned on, and it was full power. It wasn't restricted or anything. I went straight in and done a direct access because of my age. So yeah, we're just on a little ride out, and I thought, why not tell you about the bike? So to a tank, I reckon, with, you know, mixed riding, bit of spirited, bit of commuting, all that, I'd say I'm probably getting about 130 miles to a tank. Costs around, from empty, probably about 18 quid, something like that at current prices, but I do only use super unleaded. Mirrors that were on it, I can't comment. This came with bar ends. They're just your cheap, I think, cheap run-of-the-mill bar ends. The screen I've got on it, the fly screen, is an Max screen, and it's really good. I had the original screen on it, so obviously these come naked, but I think you can spec them up to have a tiny fly screen. It's more of a protector for the cluster. That was alright, but I found I was getting hit a lot in the chest, going at high speeds. This bike, the angle of the tank actually deflects quite a lot of wind. With the screen, you're more just getting it in the helmet. I mean, I'm 5'9", on a good day if I stand up straight. This bike fits me perfectly. I can flat foot it. The seat height's about 820. I want to say 820. Could be wrong, but I want to say 820 mil. And it's a perfect fit for me. It's a really, really, really good starting point for me. You know, being a 4-cylinder, it's calm, 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 and then when you hit sort of 7 grand, it wants to go. I'll give you a little. So I'm at 5 now. I'll go 2. She wants to go. She wants to boogie. Right now, it's loud. I've got the baffle out. If I'm not commuting, I'll take the baffle out. I've got the Arrow can on it. It's really nice. It's a really nice sound. I think the Gixxer sounds the best with the Arrow. Or the Yoshi, but the Yoshis are expensive. And I do think this sounds better, so... yeah, what else? I mean, I bought it on 3,500 miles. I'm now on... I don't know, because it's gone. I'm now on, I think, about 8.5. I'm going to go and service it soon. I've had a new chain, DID chain. I've had new sprockets, both front and back. I did a +2 on the back. What else? I fitted this charger, OEM looking charger. It's just an Amazon jobby, but I wired it in properly, so the wires are all hidden. And what else have I done? EBC pads, nice pads. K5's known for having a bit shitty brakes, so with these on, it really bites, especially back brake. I can't get over how good the back brake is. I reckon I could skid around on it. But yeah, I mean, you give it a welly full in first, you'll end up on the back wheel. Second gear, not so much. And that was before I changed the sprocket, you know. Second gear, everywhere, it's eager, a bit more eager everywhere right now because of the sprocket change. I had to do the brakes weren't very good, and I'll get it serviced soon. I did a full flush and everything as well. So yeah, we're just heading over here to New City Motorcycles. I'm gonna have a little look about. Always like a little look about. McGeezer. Yeah, so we're gonna have a look about, see if there's anything I might accidentally buy. And then yeah, we'll continue in a minute. I'll walk you in there with me. I'll take you in there with me. But yeah, I wonder if I should park over here. That's nice. A 4R. That's nice. I think I'll follow the gang and park on the path. That's nice. Nice. Woo! Very good. Cool, that's a bit nice, a bit special. Is that a Z1000? Yeah. Lovely. Like that seat as well. That's cool. Yeah, some good bikes. Good bikes in here. They've got a big stock. But yeah, here's the bike. There's the new chain. I've got bobbins. I put bobbins on the back. But yeah, she's decent. These are the tyres. The Road 6s. Lovely tyre. For all weather riding. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look in here. Yes, it's a good amount of stock in here. You've got helmets and gloves, and then you've got lots of stuff. Anyway, let's have a look at these bikes. Look at how many bikes there are. Let's take my helmet off. Hold it up in the air. Lovely weather for ducks. Here you join me again the next day. Yeah, so the bike. New City went well. Had a little mic problem after, so now you join me in the rain the next day. So yeah, I think a starting point, if you've got self-control with the traction control on and everything, this bike's a very tame bike if you want it to be. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's a very tame bike if you want it to be. Pair that with the ABS, the traction control, the little rider aids you've got. There's not a lot of trouble you can get into. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've wellied it on when it's been a bit wet, and the bike's reminded me that it's over 100 horsepower. I think it's 114 horsepower and 84 newton meters of torque, I think. Well, the bike reminded me that hello, I'm a 750, I've got power. So, you know, there's that. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but it can be, as you see, it's all about your wrist action. And I think that, you know, your twins, they've got that little, they've got the grunt and they've got the whatever, but I don't think there's any excitement like the scream of a 4-cylinder, and that to me I think is personal. It's just personal. You know, when you think of sports bikes, you think of that scream. Nowadays, alright, 21st century, you've got your Panigale V4s and, you know, all of that kind of thing now. So the V4 sound is where it's at, but you know, leading the pack is still your BMW RRs, your CBR, triple Rs, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like they're still up there. Then obviously you've got the CP4, which sounds a bit like a V4. I do believe, I got told by someone at Yamaha that I think they are bringing out a V4 variant, because the R1 obviously got discontinued, so did the MT10. So yeah, I think this is a perfect bike to start on if, you know, you're not new to riding, but for a first big bike I don't think it's bad. You will get in trouble if you don't respect it, but I think that's the same with any bike. Is it more forgiving, is it less forgiving than a KTM Duke 390? Yes, obviously, but if you're responsible, I think it's a good bike, and so far it's been good to me. There's been, you know, I've had a time where the traction control saved me. My arse nearly overtook me coming off a roundabout, but luckily I had the traction control. I learnt from it. It wasn't too bad. It was just a bit of a whoop. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think this weather needs to fuck off. We've got a big ride out with the boys planned tomorrow, and they're off to go and get a bike from far away, and then when they come back we're all going to ride out together. So yeah, the bike for me has been perfect. You know, Suzuki reliability, the gearbox is crisp, it's still got that mechanical feel, it's not ride by wire, so you do get a throttle connection. A phrase that I've learned only since I've been, you know, involved in bikes is you're just going to pull out. Wonderful. And you, oh God, why? I'm going to go, I think. Yeah. It is nosy. And what I mean by that is when you turn into a corner, you feel the front sort of dive in. It very, you know, it's very responsive. It's on the money. For me, like, you know, I've ridden your MTs and whatever, the Z750, and they lack a bit of feel. Don't get me wrong, the MT-09, the rear tyre feel is very good. But yeah, just lack that little bit of confidence in the front. Pair that with some good tyres, yeah, it makes for an awesome fun bike, this. I've had the back wheel, I've got traction control off all the time now. I don't like it on, but you know, I've had the back wheel squirming out of many a corner, giving it some. It's a good bike, it's good fun. And if you are like me and you pick things up quick, you not saying you'd outgrow this bike, but it definitely it'd grow with you. I think you could grow into this bike. This bike is a, you know, it's not a super bike by any standards, but it does boogie. So when you do get more confident and get what, this is a bike you could get. I went out and bought this a week after I passed. I did the CBT to having a bike was pretty much a month. CBT, went and done my theory, bosh, mod 1, mod 2. I did my mod 1 and mod 2 within about 4 days, 5 days, something like that. I did my mod 1 off of a night shift. So I was committed. I wanted a bike. But yeah, you know, I'm not here to tell you, I'm not sponsored by, I'm not here to tell you this is the best bike in the world. But for me it was perfect. For me it was perfect. I don't think, don't get me wrong, an MT-09 would have probably been more fun, but I think I would have learnt a lot of bad habits. So, you know, you've got all the driving aids, you've got stuff that make that bike as tame as you want it. Whereas this, you've got traction control modes, 1, 2 and 3. 3 being rain, 1 being toned right down, but it's always there. I had it in 1 for a long time. No, when it's dry, I had it in 1. And it's always there, it's always at the back. It limits a lot of power. When I turn the traction control off, oh wow, different bike. It went from, I can't believe it's, like one of my pals was saying, I can't believe it's that slow for a 750. I know, I hate it. I wanted to get rid of it. Once I'd got confident, you know, and learnt not all what I needed to know, you're always learning, but what I learnt, you know, I've ridden before, I know what I'm doing. Once I got comfortable on the bike and confident, I was, you know, I was like, where is it? And it weren't there, so I turned the traction control off. Next thing you know, he's going, fuck me. It's quick for a 750. And that was the difference. It was the traction control. There's a nice bit patch of oil on the floor there. Lovely. So yeah, that's the bike anyway. My review is, I've had it since October, beginning of October I bought it, 3rd I think. So you know, it's not quite a year. I might do another one at a year, just to, oh fucking hell, I've done it again. I'm sure these guys won't mind. Let's spin it round. Yeah, I'll do another one when it comes up to a year. I might update you in more what I'm thinking I'm going to get. I'm going to ride the R1 hopefully in the next week or so. R1 Big Bang, because I can only dream of afford a new R1, but the R1 Big Bang is iconic, I think. This one that I looked at that I quite liked is a 2014 model, I think. I think it's the last year they did, but anyway, it's got traction control. It's got traction modes or riding modes or whatever. So it's got a bit more electronics with it. Obviously to keep up with the times, being a 2014 bike. Very nice. They're nice bikes. They sound awesome. That CP4, you can't get any better than that, I don't think. And then it's between that. See, if I don't like the riding style, then I'll stick with a naked, and we'll go. It'll be either 1290R, or if I really can't get enough of that CP4 sound, what's this guy doing? Not sure about that, mate. Yeah, if I can't get enough of the CP4, then I guess I'll have to get an MT10, but this ain't the kind of weather you want to be going out on the bike with, especially not as I've just lent out my waterproofs, but hopefully you can see and you can hear me and everything. So I think we'll wrap this one up. Bit of a serious one. I'm just riding, having a chat really, but you know, just so you know the bike I'm on, it's a GSX-S750, it's a 2019 plate. If you see me, say hi. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and give the channel a subscribe, give the video a like, comment, let me know what bike you're riding. Oh, you can't park there, mate. So yeah, see you guys on the next one. Peace.